Hello, the world of YouTube. It is me, Zach, IT Career Questions. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. And of course, what kind of live stream would it be if I wasn't in my car doing a live stream? I know you guys, a few of you get mad at me when I do a live stream from my car, but I am paying attention to the ring attention. I'm doing good. I'm stopped at a light right now, so I can look at you guys, or look at my screen and whatnot. So I could do that at least. But I'm being very cautious when I do my live streams. I pay very close attention to my surroundings, and I do pay attention to driving and not you guys. And I could talk because there's this thing called like hands-free, and a lot of these cars nowadays have like Bluetooth, and you're able to like talk to people over the Bluetooth, like you're having a conversation, and that's basically what I'm doing right now, essentially. So anyway, live streaming. It's been a while. I put out a video late last night, and it was the first video I really put out in a couple night, and it was about taking a break, and that's very, very important. I've emphasized taking a break and how important that is to basically your life. Taking a break in life in general is very important. Taking a break from your studies, from work, that's very important. And I hope you guys kind of listened to that advice, and take heart to that, because it is essential. I needed a break. I needed a break from YouTube. I needed a break from a lot of things. And I actually have been away from my real job for the last 2 weeks, basically on FMLA. And if you don't know what FMLA is, the Family Medical Leave Act, which is something that they have because of baby. That's why I've been on that. That's why I've been away from work. So last 2 weeks I've been off, no work at all. It's been kind of amazing to not work, for 2 weeks. I can't remember the last time I've not worked for 2 weeks straight. It's really, really crazy to not work at all. But I've been focusing on the baby, and then I've been focusing on just other things, I've been focusing on my photography stuff. I do, a lot of photography, and then I've been focusing more on videography. I bought a drone. This thing won't stay tight. I gotta fix that. Uh-oh, danger. Uh-oh. It's not gonna work. Oh man. There we go. Now I got it. Good thing I live in the middle of nowhere and there's like no cars. Anyway, bought a drone. Bought a Phantom 3, just the standard edition one, and it has like the 2.7K camera. Be careful. I am being very careful when I drive. There's no cars in the area, so don't worry. Being very careful when I drive. I cannot read any other long text that you guys type, so I'm sorry. I apologize. Don't write long text out to me, because I literally cannot read that while I drive, because that would be super dangerous. Other than that, anyway, bought a drone to do more videography stuff, because I love doing video stuff. Hello, Joe Tito. I can read that small text. What's going on, Joe Tito? It's my man, Joe Tito. I grew up with Joe Tito for my whole entire life, basically. 20 years. I think 20 years. He lived like down the street from me. Maverick is awesome. Maverick is really, really good. He's peachy keen. But anyway, bought the drone, which is amazing. I really want to focus more on video stuff, make more high quality videos. I bought a new Sony A7 camera, which is a mirrorless digital camera, basically. It's hard to classify that as a DSLR in a lot of aspects, but I don't know. I don't want to consider it a DSLR, but whatever. Sony A7 mirrorless camera that is primarily, in my opinion, made for video, and it looks sharp. That I made last night was recorded on the A7, and it looks sharp. It looks really, really sharp. I did find that micro SD card. That micro SD card was literally, I'm not even lying, that micro SD card was 1 foot away from where I was looking for like hours on end. It was the most infuriating thing of my entire life trying to find that micro SD card. Thanks for following me on the Facebook, on the Fat Finger Photography. That's awesome of you. But yeah, I did find that micro SD card, and it had footage that I really desperately needed to finish out the 5K race that I recorded with the drone, because I had drone footage on that micro SD card. So I was like literally like freaking out in a super bad panic. Like, oh my God, I am not going to be able to do this. I'm not going to be able to finish my footage. And you saw that news on Fox about micro SD. What? Get out of here, man. But yeah, it was frustrating. I found it though. It was great. Any tips on going in the IT field? I have millions of tips on going in the IT field. I actually have like 300 something videos on tips for getting into IT. If you just go through my whole entire channel, there's like tons of tips for getting into IT or something IT related, tips related, things like that. There's lots of great videos there on tips for getting into IT. But any tips that really stand out for getting into IT, one of the biggest tips that I could give you for getting into IT is to always be learning. That is like the biggest. There's always going to be like a biggest tip, I think, or like this is the biggest tip that I can give you. But I think a lot of the times I will say like always be learning. Like always make sure that you're keeping up to date. Always make sure that you're willing to learn, because IT is evolving all the time. And it's hard to keep up to date sometimes, but you know, if you want to get into IT, you always need to be learning. Always got to be learning. And then somebody just asked the interview thing, and it's really hard to try to read your little text and drive. Super dangerous, I know. I'm trying not to do it. So, interview tips. I have a few videos on interview tips. I highly suggest that you go through the channel and find the interview tips that I've given. Those would be, that's probably the best I can give you right now, other than, you know, anything. It's hard to say, you know. I don't know your interview style, so it's hard to answer that. Any live stream plans tonight? I don't know. Maybe I could try, but with the baby, newborn baby, it's really, really hard to try to plan anything. So that's why I'm doing a live stream right now. So I'm in the car, I'm by myself, and I can do a live stream. That's why. But anyway, interview tips. Oh man, you're throwing me for a loop right now, because I can't really think of like a good interview tip that I can give you, or just good interview tips in general. You know, the best thing that I kind of always say is to always try to ask questions back. Always going to be asking you questions, obviously, during an interview. But always try to get more specifics from them. You know, always ask questions back to them. It's always good to engage back and forth with them and get more specific with them. If they ask you, I'm not gonna do like a whole thing here right now, but when they ask you a question in an interview, you know, just ask a question back, you know, get more specific with them. It's always a good idea to try and ask more questions back during an interview. You know, I always like that when I do an interview. I always love when they ask me more questions. I always love that. And what's going on, Wes? It's really hard to read text. Right now I'm stopped at a light. So what's going on, Wes? Happy Friday to you. I know this is super dangerous. It's really good to see you. Go check out IT Pro TV. There's my plug for IT Pro TV. Wes Bryan. Always good to see you. During interviews, I just love when I'm interviewing somebody and I ask them, you know, I can't even think of anything like off the top of my head, but I just love when I ask them a question and they ask me more specific questions back, you know. Like if I say, like, you know, what's your knowledge in Active Directory? And they'll say, like, oh, you know, I have, like, you know, really extensive knowledge in Active Directory. And they'll say, you know, what's your Active Directory structure look like? And that type of stuff. And then I can answer that and say, oh, you know, our Active Directory stat, it's really awesome when you try to engage back with whoever you're interviewing with. That type of stuff, it looks really good during an interview. It shows that you're really interested. It shows that you, you know, really kind of are engaged somewhat, and that you are somewhat knowledgeable in what's going on in a way. So there's kind of an interview tip in a way. I'm starting to kind of like go off track because I'm trying to pay attention to where I'm at. So I apologize. It's super dangerous, I know. But I should try to really do a live stream later where I'm not driving. I know you guys are going to yell at me. Police are going to get called on me for using technology while driving and all that crazy stuff. So I apologize. Things are just crazy hectic with a newborn. So any like little free time that I get, I try to utilize it like the best way that I possibly can. So right now, doing a quick live stream in the car, that's like a perfect way to like utilize my time and reach out to you guys, because I have not reached out to you guys in quite some time, and I apologize for that because, you know, I miss you guys. I miss live streaming with you guys. I miss reaching out to you. I miss interacting with you guys. So I think I will talk to the wifey tonight. I'll tell her as soon as I stop the car, because she's actually following me because I got to drop my car off somewhere. I'll tell her, hey, wifey, I'm going to do a live stream tonight. And I'll see how she feels about that. I probably have an idea how she'll feel about that. That probably won't be too great. But if I bribe her with like a foot rub or something. So hopefully later tonight I could do like a real live stream. Sit down in my little at-home studio, do a little live stream. I finally got a Wacom tablet. Maybe we could talk about Active Directory structure. I'll kind of draw that out. I got a phone call coming in. I don't know who it is. I should probably answer that. But I'm not going to because I'm live streaming. So you guys probably hear my phone ringing right now. I apologize for that. But yeah. That's about all I got for you guys. Take care, Wes. It was good seeing you. Thank you very much for joining. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at live streaming right now in the car. But as always, good to see you. Wes Bryan from IT Pro TV, guys. Definitely check out IT Pro TV. I will be doing, hopefully, doing some more videos on IT Pro TV. And on IT Pro TV, because it's about that time. I really need to get to it and get back into the swing of things with recording videos. It's just been so crazy with the baby and preparing for the baby for the last the last 2 months has been like
half a mile. Continue on West 4th Street.
Oh, thank you, iPhone. Thank you, Siri. The last 2 months has been really crazy just trying to prepare for the baby. You know, it's been like nonstop. Prepare for the baby. Prepare for the baby. And it's been really busy just doing all that. So I've just been kind of MIA. So I apologize for that. But he's here now, and things are starting to settle down a little bit. Starting to get like a little bit of a routine, even though we're not sleeping very well. He likes to be up all night. But oh well, that's what happens when you have a baby. Really, 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 really hard to do a live stream tonight. That's all I got for you guys right now, because I'm pretty sure I'm about to be where I need to be, and that's it. We'll try something later. If not, I apologize. Maybe tomorrow. And thank you guys so much for joining, and I really appreciate it. As always, of course, you know, I appreciate you guys. So that's it. That's all I got. Try to join later. If you guys had questions during this live stream, I strongly encourage you to either email me, comment on the YouTube channel itself, the primary channel, or just comment on a video. Say, hey, I was in your live stream today and I have this question, and then maybe tonight during the live stream I'll try to answer that question and just get back to you. So that's all I got for you guys. So, and we'll talk to you guys later, hopefully. So, see ya.